If left alone, it is peaceful. We go and disturb it. We demand. I want, only if I get this, I'll be happy. You put it that way, and if you don't get it, you are unhappy. So you create happiness and unhappiness in your mind because you don't know that you are happy by yourself. Forgetting your true nature and looking for happiness outside is the cause for the problems. Oh, Swami, then you don't want us to be happy? I want you all to be happy. But let it be your own happiness, not happiness based on getting something. If you get something and happy, certainly is going to be lost also. Anything that comes will go. Even to our guests, we have a hearty welcome and a fantastic farewell. What does it mean? Anything that you welcome, you have to send a farewell. Anything that comes will go. That is what you call the parity, the doubles. In life, we are constantly tossed by these doubles. One without the other is impossible. Sometimes we say, oh, this head side of the coin is so beautiful. I like to have only this. Unfortunately, the tail says, sorry, I cannot separate myself from you. When you want a head, the tail also will come. Without that, there is no coin. So if you look for pleasure, the pain also will come. Because you are trying to get pleasure from something, from outside. Pleasure and pain, inseparable. Profit and loss, inseparable. Praise and blame, inseparable. Not all can appreciate you and credit you. Oh, you are a wonderful guy. Some might even laugh at you. When you look for one, make sure the other one follows. Sickness and health also is like that. After all, what is disease? You said it beautifully, disease. Why? Because you have disturbed your ease. Is it not so? Disease means disturbed ease. You should have had ease before, even to have disease. So, find out the cause. What did I do to disturb my ease? Did I eat something wrong? Did I overstrain myself? Correct the mistake. Find out the cause for the disturbance. Same with the mind also. If you want to maintain a peaceful mind, find out the cause for its disturbance. The major cause is we depend on other things. I want this, I want that. If without that I cannot live. You are literally trying to get a reflected peace. And that never makes a person always peaceful. Imagine you just walk comfortably on the pavement one evening. There are nice row of big shops, big windows, jewelry shop. All of a sudden you see on the nice velvet padding, there was something shining, brilliant. You just go and see. What is? A diamond ring. That's what I always wanted. You never thought of the diamond ring when you started walking from your home. You simply came out for a walk. But the minute you see that, that's what I always wanted. And then what do? You go home, try to work. And that's what you call processing the film. You shot a picture, you are going to the home, and in the dark room you are developing it. Yes, I saw the diamond ring. It was so beautiful. And even the price seemed to be reasonable. You are developing it. How much I have in the bank? How much I can borrow? See? Lot of development. And then when you finally, yes, I have to get it, you fix it. People who know photography will know a little bit of shooting, developing, fixing. Your mind is like that. It caught the picture. It started developing at home and it fixed. And then you had to print it out. How? Immediately go, gather some money, take all the money from the bank, borrow some money from the friends, go buy it, leave the money, get the ring. I'm so happy. Before you saw the ring, you were very happy also. Do you remember that? Happily you were walking, no problem. Now, after the ring has gone into the finger, you say, I am so happy. What happened? Did the ring bring you happiness? The happiness that you had got lost in the name of the ring, and the ring came, your happiness came back. Your own happiness. But unfortunately, you don't think that way. You don't think that my happiness I regained. No, the ring brought me happiness. You put the happiness onto the ring. So then what happens? You come out of the shop, and then you look, couple of guys with barking. Then you immediately, you can't even wear the ring anymore. You are just, because you are scared of somebody coming and pulling it out. You are trying to protect it. You don't want to lose it. What happened to the happiness that the ring brought you? Now the fear of losing. You are happy in getting, now you are afraid of losing it. And by any chance, if you lost it, you didn't lose only the ring, you lost your mind also with that. That might make some of you think that, does the Swami ask not to wear rings, diamond rings? No, you can have all the luxuries you want. Let them come, but please do not depend on them for your happiness. Things, people. I met somebody in a carnival. He looked at you, you looked at him, both smiled, and somehow exchanged telephone numbers. Then he started sending nice red roses. And then you make an appointment that this guy has to come and see me. He should be my best friend. You are putting your happiness on that man. Then one day, if he sees somebody more beautiful than you, the rose goes to that address. And you say, I lost my friend. If we all want to be really independent, that's what we look for. We want to be free people. We are even celebrating independence. Should we depend on our happiness? Depend on something for our happiness? No. If you depend on something for your happiness, you are not independent. I know some of you might, Swami, it's all easy to say again, how can I be happy when I don't have enough food to eat, good clothing to wear, a humble abode to live? How can I be happy? It's true, I'm sorry for that. You don't have food, you don't have clothing, you don't have a house, you live in cardboard box. I'm sorry to hear that, true. But by being unhappy, will you get that back? All that you are looking for? No. Don't let your mind be unhappy about it. Keep the coolness. Keep your mind calm. Think, how can I find these things? If you allow your mind to get disturbed, even the little that you can do is lost. Another example. I know that by little examples, people remember the example more. And then through the example, the message. And that's how even all the old scriptures came. Now, I was planning to give an example, I lost it now. That's the mind. Huh? What was I saying now? What was the last point I was telling? Huh? When we put the peace or happiness onto something, when it comes, you are happy. When it goes, you lose your happiness. When you allow your mind to get disturbed, you become totally unfit for anything. That's what I'm thinking of. The example will be a surgeon, a very capable, brilliant surgeon. Are there surgeons here? I'm going to perform some surgery. Huh? See, when he goes to the clinic, if they sees any problem here inside, he just takes the top off and take the brain out, clean it up and tighten the screws and bolts and nuts. So that's how sometimes when the screw gets loose, you go crazy, you know. So he takes it out, cleans it up and tightens the loose screws. And sometimes some of them are too tight, so you say, I'm uptight, so you have to loosen it. And then he puts it back, stitches it again. He does the operation with all ease. So many operations a day, and comes home. After coming home, he may even get a call. One of the patients collapsed and died, the one who operated on. He said, well, God bless him. That's it. He's not affected by that. He has done his job there with calm, steady mind. Imagine to perform a little cataract operation in the eye, how minute the knife is, how steady the hand should be, or stitching a little minute artery, the tube. So they do it with all that steadiness. Why? The mind is calm and steady. One evening he comes back home. As usually expected his honey to be in the living room so that they can have a cup of tea or coffee together. As he walked in, he didn't see her. So he said, Rosie, where are you? No answer. He said, where could have been gone? He started going room to room. Ultimately, by the time he went to the bedroom, he was palpitating here. What is happening? Where is she? She never missed me when I walked in. And when she went to the bedroom, she saw a bundle of body lying on the bed with a little shaky. Imagine him, a loving husband. He started shaking. Immediately put his arm on the body. Rosie, oh, please don't touch. I said, what's wrong with you? Take the blanket out, you will see. So he slowly takes the blanket and he sees a small red pimple. That's all, very small. But of course it's painful, no doubt. Otherwise he won't be in that shape. But it's a small pimple. You know what he does? He could easily take a small knife, squeeze it out, dress it. But he is already shaky. He loved that lady so much. He couldn't even bear the sight of her suffering. So he goes to the other room, calls next door, Dr. John, could you please come? Put a little incision on this and squeeze it out. And the doctors know each other. So he came running and did it. See the picture here? He was doing very intricate operations in the hospital. Here, he couldn't even make a small incision on an abscess or a pimple. Why? What went wrong? What's wrong? Did he lose being a surgeon? He lost his skill? What happened to the surgeon now? Emotion. Beautiful. That's it. My honey. My honey. I couldn't bear the sight of her suffering. So he seemed to have totally lost his capacity. Some other surgeon has to come and do the job. What does that show? The moment you allow your mind to get into emotion, a sort of attachment, even at the need, at the time of need, a crisis, you seem to be losing your capacity to perform the action properly. That is the proof. It is the attachment. It's not love. Love is very different from attachment. Let's not forget that. In the hospital, he loved the patients. He could love the patient here also this evening. But he didn't see her as a patient. Attachment. My honey. That made him totally useless that evening. I don't know whether, am I presenting a sort of uncomfortable picture? Oh. Thank God. Thank God. What I say is, love people. Love things. Love is unconditional. You don't have to make condition. Only if this is this way I love you, otherwise no. Attachment is something in return you look for. You love somebody to get the same love. That's why even between couples, very often you see many people don't stay together for a long time because they don't really love each other. They say at least 100 times a day, honey, I love you, honey, I love you, I love you too, I love you too. It keeps on going. Imagine one day he comes and the honey sits here and says, honey, I love you. And he looks, and the honey don't even look at him. Honey, I love you. Immediately something happening here. He puts his arm around. Honey, what's wrong with you? Don't you love me? What does it mean? Honey, I love you, but I would like to hear you also saying, I love you too. If she doesn't say that, still with all the shaky, I can't stand this. I can't be with you anymore. Immediately the car screeches to the lawyer's home. That means, what does it mean? I love you, you too should love me. If you don't love me in return, I won't love you. Am I right in saying that? Huh? I love you, you should love me. If you don't love me, I will stop loving you. You call that love? I have a name for it. Business. It's sheer business. You give something to get something in return, and if you don't get it, you stop giving. We always are experts in doing business and everything, with everybody. Always look for something in return, something in return. Even when you want to love your own son, I love you, but I would love you more if you only shave the beard. Conditional love. That's not love at all. Pure love is totally unconditional. And that is what God's love means. Whoever expresses that kind of unconditional love lives in God, as God. And such people's mind will be always peaceful. When the mind is always peaceful, you don't even have to go and discover anything, you experience your inner peace. I know if I keep talking, I may disturb your inner peace. Is it time now? Probably, yes. See, I know, get something. So, I hope I have given some thoughts for you to think. Do not depend on anything or anybody for your peace, for your happiness. Rely on your own source. Then you can always be peaceful. Your mind is really calm and serene. It will become a good instrument to serve others. A peaceful person can serve everybody equally. Better business people. And I once again thank you for giving me this beautiful opportunity to share these words with you. Thank you. Om Shanti.